Okay, so we are going to be doing division of fractions, and then in the next video, we're going to be putting in our negatives and positives. So division of fractions is something you learned in 5th and 6th grade. So let's start with reciprocal. We already talked about what reciprocal meant. Another word for it was its inverse, or a simple word would be to flip. Okay, that's not a mathematical term, but that's what is used sometimes. So if we multiply any number by its reciprocal, what happens to that number? What happens? It becomes a 1, right? So the value of it, when you multiply or divide by a 1, it doesn't change, right? So any number that you multiply by its reciprocal, it equals to 1. 5 is my whole number. Its reciprocal is 1/5. It's going to equal to 1. That is why when we start doing division of a fraction, where we get this problem from. So let's leave reciprocals for a little bit, and let's talk about what would happen if you had 4 divided by 2 and 4 divided by 1/2. 4 divided by 2 and 4 divided by 1/2. So 4 divided by 2 would look like this. I'm going to start at 4. Remember we said division is the same as repeated subtraction. Multiplication is the same as repeated addition. Division is the same as repeated subtraction. So I'm going to take 4 and I'm going to divide it into 2 groups. And how many groups am I left with? 2. So 4 divided by 2 is 2. And for division, we are always running this direction. For division, we always go that direction. For multiplication, we go this direction. Then we have 4 divided by 1/2. And a lot of people confuse I'm dividing by 1/2 the same as I'm dividing by 2. Don't confuse it. This is actually the same as 4 times 1/2. 4 times 1/2 and 4 divided by 2 are exactly the same. But 4 divided by 2 would have to be that I'm taking 4, divided by 1/2, I'm sorry, and I'm putting them in groups of 1/2. I just took out 1/2, another half, another half, another half. So how many times am I going to hop till I get to 0? How many times do I need to subtract 1/2 until I get to 0? 8. 8. So 4 divided by 1/2 is 8. 4 divided by 1/2 is 8. But 4 divided by 2 and 4 times 1/2 are the same thing. What do you think is equal to this? 4 times what is equal? If I'm using multiplication now to prove that it's the same over here as over here, what am I going to have to multiply to equal to 8? 2. So 4 times 2 and 4 divided by 1/2 both give me 8. And over here, 4 times 1/2 and 4 divided by 2 both give me 2. Do you see where a reciprocal would come in? We said that when you take a number and you multiply it by its reciprocal, it doesn't change. Can you see how I'm taking this dividing of 1/2 and multiplying it by its reciprocal to get the same answer. So I'm going to delete this so that I can have a clear screen. If I have 4 divided by 1/2, if I just try to divide across, sometimes it works. Sometimes dividing across works. And you can divide across, but it's going to be pretty hard. 4 divided by 1 is what? 4. Make sure I'm doing it right. 1 divided by 2 is not 2. What is it equal to? 1/2. So I could take 4 and divide by 1/2. Maybe I could turn this into a decimal and say, and do my neato, 4 divided by 0.5, right? Isn't that 1/2? If I make a mistake, guys, make sure you tell me. I'm going to move my decimal over 1. So I'm going to move my decimal over 1. Now I have 5 goes into 40. I'm going to pop up my decimal. 5 goes into 40 8 times. So I could do it that way, but guess what's going to happen when you have something like 3/8 divided by 7 tenths? 3 divided by 7? You're going to have 3/7 divided by 8 tenths. And turn those into decimals, and then you have repeating decimals, and oh my goodness, it's going to be chaos. So there's got to be an easier way. We said that reciprocals are work if you multiply a number by its reciprocal, you're not changing the value. So if I have a division here, I could change this into a multiplication and find the reciprocal of 1/2, and it's still going to give me the right answer. So I would keep this same 4, and then I would change my division to a multiplication and find the reciprocal of 1/2, which would be what? 2/1, right? So now I could multiply across, because multiplying fractions is a lot easier than dividing fractions. That's why our goal is going to be to, anytime you see a division in fractions, you're going to change it into multiplication. So on your dry erase boards, I want you to quickly show me how you would take this fraction and turn it into a multiplication. So if I'm going to do keep, change, flip, I'm going to take my 3/4 and I'm going to change my sign to a multiplication, and then I'm going to flip, or the reciprocal, the mathematical term. I'm multiplying by its reciprocal, or its inverse. I'm multiplying by its reciprocal. Now I have a simple multiplication problem. Now I can look for any common factors. 10 and 8 have a common factor. This is 5 times 2, and this is 4 times 2. I'm going to get rid of my common factor. I'm left with 5 and a 3 as numerators, and 4 and 4 as denominators. So I am done simplifying. Now I can multiply across. I'm going to say 3 times 5 is 15, and 4 times 4 is 16, and that would be your answer. Okay, let's try another one. I want to give you 5/8 divided by 15/16. Show me what that would look like. And I want you to go ahead and solve it. Okay, so this looks like